VIBER was one of the most used messaging platforms in the early 2010s. Fast forward to 2020, and VIBER experienced a jaw-dropping 170% upswing in group vibes. By this time, the growth in the VIBER user base was going crazy, skyrocketing past the billion-user mark, averaging 70 million interactions every single hour. This whole narrative, however, took a whole different turn after it was hit by a noticeable decline in its popularity and users. And over the years, the company has experienced a big fall from grace. From a top choice to a fading contender in the competitive world of messaging apps, we were wondering, what happened to VIBER? Founded in 2010 by two entrepreneurs, Talman Marco and Igor Magazinik, the standout purple app VIBER was developed as a revolutionary cross-platform voice-over IP, created under the umbrella of a highly recognized company, Rakuten. And after just a few months, it captured the hearts of users worldwide, skyrocketing them into one of the most downloaded apps. How? By enabling voice and video call communication that was amazing. It also featured text messaging with a limit of 1,000 characters and multimedia sharing. All of this made VIBER a beacon of communication on both mobile devices and desktops. As time went by, the app ensured user privacy by creating end-to-end encryption and secure conversations between its users. But amidst their soaring triumphs, anticipation buzzed in the air after the introduction of groundbreaking upgrades that improved the user experience, propelling them towards remarkable growth. Sensing the scene changing, VIBER unveiled the heart-pounding sensation of group chats, a vibrant avenue where users can unite, sparking lively discussions that reverberate with excitement. This incredible feature has become an absolute lifeline for both professional teams and families separated by large distances. This is because it allows them to stay connected and share daily updates, ensuring that they are part of each other's lives despite the physical distance. In no time, VIBER got into an intense battleground of virtual communication, where it eventually emerged as a fierce contender, ultimately triumphing over Skype. Since Skype has always been the frontrunner, this means VIBER had to outdo them. But how was it able to do that? With a user-friendly interface and a wealth of features tailored to modern demands, VIBER became an embodiment of endless communication. But it didn't stop there. With a minimal per-minute charge, VIBER gave room for high-quality call connections without breaking the bank. Shortly after gaining recognition, a major event happened, leading VIBER to step in to save the day. After Typhoon Haiyan hit the Philippines, VIBER Out was launched earlier to help the families of the victims connect with their dear ones. This made sure emotional connections were rekindled, reassuring families amidst the chaos and offering solace in moments of despair. A new era dawned as this app unlocked a gateway to endless ways to connect, giving VIBER users the power to bridge the gap with those who hadn't yet joined the platform. On one hand, this function marked the beginning of its journey as a contender in the realm of messaging apps, due to its innovative features and unwavering dedication to user satisfaction. On the other hand, VIBER's entry into the business world with VIBER Business Messaging Solutions also created new opportunities. While amassing over 1 billion registered users in 2018, this business solution has been adopted by thousands of companies around the world and also partnered with Facebook, which uses its features to promote growth. VIBER made sure to stay at the top of the messaging app market by continuing to develop, adapt, and increase its capabilities over the years, with its largest increase in its user base by 2020. This was the moment the pandemic-stricken world was thrown into a dark, haunting silence created by COVID-19, where societies crumbled under the weight of lockdowns and social distance. While shrouded in isolation, VIBER became a lifeline, seamlessly connecting friends, families, and coworkers from all over the world. And due to its ability to support group chatting, its rise was further fueled by its growing importance in enabling remote employment, virtual meetings, and maintaining family ties. In a bold move, VIBER decided to sever all connections with Facebook, following an alleged violation of data and inability to curb violent speech after the passing of George Floyd. Immediately, VIBER put a stop to all advertising investments on the social media platform. And by the beginning of July, they bid farewell to Facebook Connect, Facebook SDK, and Giphy, taking a stand for user privacy and ethical practices. This worked and didn't work in their favor. While its iOS counterpart attained a laudable 452 million downloads, Google Play saw a staggering 1 billion downloads. It also had a 55% increase in business accounts, reflecting a growing interest from businesses eager to take advantage of VIBER's communication prowess. At the same time, VIBER ads had a stunning 70% increase, demonstrating their success in the field of online advertising. Eventually, the app reached its peak of registered VIBER users, surpassing 1.3 billion users, making it the fifth biggest communication platform at the time. Unfortunately, ever since it reached this new height, VIBER has encountered difficulties navigating the digital world. Firstly, it had been difficult for VIBER to expand into markets where other messaging services were already well established. Users in these regions frequently had strong preferences for the established platforms already. Over the years, cultural quirks have had a big influence on messaging app selection. It became essential to adapt features and user interfaces to the individual tastes of the target audience. Localized language, regional decals, and culturally appropriate content are important factors that can affect user adoption. However, the crowded field of messaging app competitors have given rise to yet another difficulty. Compared to its rivals, VIBER struggled to broaden its reach in the competitive messaging app market. Even though the app provided a number of features and a user-friendly layout, it was unable to match the outreach tactics used by its competitors, which constrained its ability to grow. In order to increase their visibility and draw users, rival messaging apps made significant investments in aggressive marketing campaigns, celebrity endorsements, and business alliances. VIBER struggled significantly in a number of areas, including marketing and brand recognition. But in contrast, VIBER's outreach initiatives looked somewhat muted and lacked the same amount of passion and energy that accompanied its rivals. They also had trouble attracting new users and keeping them on the app. While some of its rivals established sophisticated referral schemes, special discounts, and rewards for customers to invite their friends and family, VIBER found it difficult to establish comparable viral loops. In the quick-paced tech sector, swift adaptation to evolving trends was also essential. Competing apps quickly incorporated new features and technology to improve user experience, such as voice assistants, augmented reality filters, and integrated payment systems. Although it was still functional, VIBER needed to catch up in implementing these technologies, missing out on chances to engage users with new, interesting, and captivating features. VIBER's customer satisfaction has declined in recent years as a result of user opinions creating major problems. Initially, VIBER added adverts to monetize the network, giving companies a chance to connect with millions of users. However, the introduction of adverts started to negatively impact the app, with an overwhelming amount of complaints and dissatisfaction from the users. Then, it got even worse. Advertisements reportedly started to disrupt the user experience. The smooth messaging they had at the beginning was being interrupted by constant pop-up adverts, banner ads, and auto-playing videos, annoying users who felt their chats were being intruded upon by commercial content. The frequency of the advertisements also became a source of debate. Ad displays had reportedly increased, making the app feel crowded and overwhelming to most users. Through reviews, social media, and online forums, users expressed their dissatisfaction with the unsettling, pointless, and persistent adverts that negatively affected their overall app experience. As a result, many users switched to alternative apps, where a seamless messaging experience flowed, uninterrupted by intrusive ads. Let down customers started seeking texting systems that offered a more fluid and user-friendly experience, free from the disruption created by invasive adverts, which ultimately contributed to a fall in VIBER's user base. And because of its shortcomings, VIBER was replaced by its fierce competitors in the messaging app market, including WhatsApp, Telegram, Snapchat, and WeChat. But at this point, VIBER was trying to keep up with these difficulties head-on and make sure that its customers could interact in a way that was more entertaining and exciting than the others. In response to the evolving digital landscape, VIBER poised itself for dramatic strategic shifts to maintain its relevance and appeal to its user base. They released Smart Notifications, which is still available, where you can combine several messages into one notification. And just like the usual WhatsApp feature, you can now hide the scene function and online status. And for all you artists out there, you can also draw on any photo that is available on your device. So, now that it has tried keeping up with the standard, did its user base count get any better? Well, ever since these game-changing updates hit the scene, a surge of youthful energy has swept in, catapulting the user base among the vibrant 25 to 34 age group. In this tech-savvy era, millennials and Gen Z pioneers aged 18 to 44 have dominated the user base, constituting over 3/4 of the VIBER community. These digital trendsetters actively mold the digital landscape, embracing innovative technologies with unparalleled enthusiasm. And despite challenges faced in recent years, this app remains a burning sensation, igniting enthusiasm in numerous regions across the globe. In June 2023, VIBER recorded a traffic increase of about 10 million users, with each visitor spending an average of 1 minute and 28 seconds on the app. However, the virtual analysis revealed Ukraine as the leading country contributing to the highest in their user base count. This was followed by Russia. Things turned for the worse in the end after a Moscow court fined Telegram and VIBER messaging apps, citing their failure to delete content that Russia considers illegal, particularly regarding the conflict in Ukraine. Telegram was fined with a $47,525 penalty, while the Japanese company behind VIBER received an approximately $10,000 fine. And even while the charges against Telegram were related to its refusal to remove 32 channels disseminating misinformation about Russia's military operation, their stricter regulations over media coverage and online content intensified after it invaded Ukraine, aiming to prevent the dissemination of false information about its armed forces. Consistently wielding its regulatory hammer, Moscow also levied fines against major tech players, including Google, Twitter, Meta's Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. In the face of these challenges, the platform is still struggling to hold its own. While VIBER is still figuring things out, what does the future hold for this communication platform? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.